Welcome to adilas. This is a tutorial on how to pull up your balance sheet, and your balance sheet is located underneath System Reports. And if you go down to Balance Sheet, select that. Once this report pulls, there's a bunch of links here at the top to help you jump to different items. You also have a link here that says how to create a new user maintained balance sheet item, and I do have a tutorial on that. Those are the individual accounts that you would create that you want to track independently of what the system's going to track. Then what you would do is you would come down to your look back date here, and it's automatically set at today's date, and I usually like to keep the criteria open so that I can change that date if need be. Once you submit for get values, you're going to have a report here at the top that's going to show what you're currently showing. So this is assets, and then this is liabilities plus equities, and then this is your total out of balance that you have if you're out of balance. So the way that our system is set up is unlike other accounting systems. We don't purposely adjust your number so that you're in balance. What we do is we provide you flags throughout every day of where you fell out of balance, and then we help you get back into balance. That way, at the end of the year, you're 100% in balance, and you're not spending months trying to comb through accounts to make things straight for your CPA. All of your accounts are in proper order. And so I want to show you down at the bottom of this too, is here is your formula for a balance sheet. Assets equals liabilities plus equity. So then it's going to show you your total assets, liabilities, and equity, and then again how much you're out of balance. If you're out of balance, you're going to have a view history, daily history window, and that will take you to where you possibly could be out of balance. So once again, at the top of this page, it shows whether you're out of balance or not, and it has the daily history report there as well. Underneath that is showing your daily sales tax totals, and you'll notice that we have another section that's coming that's going to be automated with sales tax. Sales tax between consigned units, or serialized units, and widget inventory gets really difficult to calculate all the time, and we're tracking it in the background on the sales tax report page, and then we're also showing here what the total daily sales tax is, the monthly sales tax is, and that's relative because that number right there is, if you end up being out of balance by that number, you really are in balance, and then at the end of the month you need to post those totals, and I do have a sales tax tutorial on how to post the sales tax. Below this is your system maintained items. So these are items that the system is automatically maintaining. Here is all your banks. So this is going to give you your bank running total. And if you click on the view lookup, it takes you to the banks and shows you what your running totals are for the banks. So the system is maintaining that automatically. And below that is if you have petty cash set up. And the same thing, if you go to your view lookup, that's going to take you to your petty cash page. Then you have your inventory and you have your receivables. All of these are links over on the side that take you to the home pages, like for and the reports for that amount of that dollar value of receivables that you have. Below that you have all of your accounts payables. And then at the very bottom of the system maintained is you have your equity net profit. So if I click on that, this takes you to your income statement. So here is where your income statement comes in as a part of the balance sheet. And then below your system maintained items are your user maintained items. And this is what this link up at the top here allows you to add another one. And I will have a tutorial on how to add one. But basically at the bottom here you have user maintained balance sheet items. And these are accounts, like I said, that you set up. I'm not going to go into great detail because I'm going to have that other tutorial that will deal with that, but these are accounts that you would actually set up, such as your retained earnings, shareholder investment, sales tax, depreciation, normal depreciation, anything of that nature for your user maintained balance sheet items. So once again, this has been a tutorial on the balance sheet. The way I found the balance sheet was I went from my home page underneath balance sheet, under System Reports to Balance Sheet. Once you're on this balance sheet, you would click on to keep your criteria open, set your date, and get your values. Now, the view that you see here on the first one is your trial balance, and if you want to actually build the actual report, once you have the numbers correct, you would go to Build New Report, and then you would search and start your report, and it would show you once again all the data that came through with the fields open for if you want to change any of the naming convention, and then you go down to the bottom and you say Show Balance Sheet. And it happens that this balance sheet, the assets are larger, so I would have to make some adjustments, but you would actually get a nice balance sheet view for that, and you would be able to send that off to your a CPA. So once again, this concludes the tutorial on balance sheet homepage and the balance sheet, and thank you for choosing Atlas.